Hey guys, Corinne here and welcome back to my channel. So if you have been struggling with what should you do for your evening routine, or if you're feeling super stressed the next day in the morning, then most likely you need to do a evening routine makeover. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about today is how to create a evening routine that sets you up for tomorrow. Hey guys, Corinne here. So I help busy moms or mompreneurs do it all by systemizing their home, their time management, and their business. So today I wanted to talk about my evening routine. So I personally think the evening routine is probably even more important than like the morning routine, right? Because mornings you're up, you're like, oh my gosh, I need to get out the door. The kids need, to get ready. Like it's cold right now. So like kids are trying to find hats, they're trying to find gloves. Where's your water bottle? Did you do your homework? Like there's too many things. And I think it's also because there's that time limit, right? Like we have to be out the door at 7:30, right? Whereas the evening routine, there's no like time limit. If we go to bed a little late, we're not going to be late for school or anything, right? So I think that's why the evening routine is like less stressful than the morning routine, okay? But if you do the right things in the evening, you can really set yourself up for a simple and like easy and great like morning, right? So today I wanted to talk about like we're going to go through what I do for my evening routine. So first of all, I have this blocked on my calendar as one of my in my block scheduling. So it's just the evening family time evening routine, okay? So it's on my calendar as just like evening routine family time block, right? And it's the same time every day. Yeah, every day. I was going to say every day of the week, but that's obvious. But it's the same time every single day, okay? Even on the weekends, this is what we do at this time, okay? So our starts at 6 o'clock, which is usually about the time that we finish eating dinner. We all get hungry here early. So we're usually eating here around 5 o'clock, okay? If that's not the right time for you, then totally change the times around. The time doesn't really matter, all right? But once dinner is over, that's pretty much the cue of like, the evening block is now beginning. The routine block is beginning, okay? And it starts with everyone taking their plates to the sink. All right? So everyone takes their plates to the sink from the dining room table, right? I start cleaning up the dining room table. We start cleaning underneath the table. I have a 5-year-old who's super messy. He doesn't always like lean over his plate and everything like he should. So we start cleaning the table. Each of my kids is assigned certain tasks. So like my 5-year-old, he has to help with doing the kitchen table. My daughter's responsible for tidying up the living room. So she's like folding the blankets. She's taking her toys out of the room, her stuff out of the room. She's fixing the pillows, like all those sort of things that like I like to do to like tidy up the room, right? So once that stuff is done, I switch over to worrying about the kitchen. So we're tidying up the kitchen. My daughter's helping put the dishes away. My son is sometimes helping with like the trash, or he loves to mop for some reason. So now we're tidying up the kitchen, right? So then everyone has to make sure that they have their computer, or not their computer, their backpacks, and they have a whole checklist that they have to get done for the day if they want to have access to their tablets after dinner. Okay. So now everyone's running around, all the kids are running around making sure they get their checklist done. So their little checklist, I'll have to show you sometime. Their little checklist, it's the same thing every single week. Like shower, brush your teeth, get your water ready for bed. They need to, like I said, wash their face after dinner, wash their hands after dinner, unless they've already taken a shower earlier. They have to read for 10 minutes. They have to play for at least 10 minutes, no computer. Usually they're playing more than that. But if we were like running around in the afternoon, we make them play and do some sort of like drawing something before they can start having their computer. Um, then we also have them get their backpacks ready for the next day, and we have a whole list of like, do you have your water bottle, your green folder, your my 5-year-old has to have a spare set of clothes. Do you have everything in your water bottle, your snack, all those things, and they have a little list they're supposed to check off too. Okay. Once all of that is done, they get to have their tablets. So now kids are off they're doing their tablets, they're doing their thing. Or sometimes we'll start like a family movie or something. Kind of just depends, right? On the day of the week. Sometimes no tablets, they're just coloring or they're doing some sort of arts and craft project that they're doing in the room. Regardless, they don't get any sort of free time funness until their list is done. At this point, while they're working and doing independent play, I'm doing my list. Okay. So the kitchen's now clean. Okay. Thanks to my daughter, the living room is clean. The dining room table is tidied up, right? And now I'm off doing my own list, which is I check my calendar for the next day. I get my clothes out for tomorrow. So if you check out my morning routine, first thing I do after I wake up, go to the bathroom, weigh myself, and because I'm naked from weighing myself, I get dressed. So I have my clothes out for tomorrow and they're in the bathroom right next to the scale. So then I can never sort of say like, I don't feel like taking my clothes off to weigh because I have to take my clothes off to get dressed for the day, right? So then after I set my clothes out for tomorrow, I check my calendar to see like what's going on. Do I have any early meetings? Typically never because I'm following my block schedule. I make sure my gym bag is ready to go because after I drop the kids off from school, I'm going to the gym. So I need to be ready to go out the door at the same time they're going out the door. And then after that, I use my card deck. If you've seen this on one of my other videos, I record like a memory for the day of like something cool that happened. And that's pretty much it. It's not really crazy. It's the fact that I set myself up for the next day to be ready. I think the biggest thing with routines is that we need to use them as a way to look ahead to set up our future self. Now, lots of times on these morning or these evening routine videos I'm seeing, people are like, well, then I read a book and then I meditate and then I do blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Do whatever floats your boat, okay? But the main things is you prep your space. You can wake up to a clean space, right? You get yourself set up for the next day, whether that be get your clothes out, have your bag ready so you can leave, pack your lunch, right? And then it's free time. My kids, just like they get to go do independent play, I can go do independent play, meaning I can watch some YouTube videos. I can go and read. I can do some self-care spa stuff, right? At the house. I can go hang out in the hot tub. Either way, as long as I get my list done, I'm allowed to go play afterwards. Sometimes I'll even go and play with the kids, right? So just like you probably were taught when you were a child, like you have to get the work done before you can go play. It's the same thing with the evening routine. And it doesn't need to be anything crazy with like a 20-page long list. All right. So I hope that was helpful. If you want if you want to see my kids' like list chart or anything, let me know in the comments and I'll make a video on exactly their list and how I created them and how they're super easy to maintain because sometimes I feel like those chore charts are really hard to keep up with. Go and set up yourself a blocked schedule with your evening routine, and make it simple. Start with maybe like one or two things only, and you can always add on. It doesn't need to be perfect in the beginning. All right. I'll see you next time for another video on how to improve your time management, systemize your business, and just get some time back in your freaking day so you can do what you want to do instead of be running around doing what everybody else wants you to do. All right. Until next time.